Welcome to The Update, Seoul Therapy's weekly news on Korean hip-hop and R&B. I'm your host, Liv. The other mentors for the fourth season of High School Rapper have been announced. Simon, Dominic and Loco of AOMG and Changmo and Way Ched of Ambition Music. As Jay Park is the CEO of Higher and AOMG and the Quiett is the CEO of Daytona Entertainment and Ambition, this means the season will effectively be a showdown between the two biggest names in Korean hip-hop. The 9th episode of Show Me the Money brought us the semi-finals. With 8 rappers left in the competition, we are even closer to crowning the next new young boss. This episode started with the opponent selection for the semi-finals. MC Kim Jin Pyo picked out a card with a rapper's name on it, and the rapper's name who was chosen got to pick their semi-final opponent. Swings chose Khundi Panda, Wonstein chose Layone, and Mushvenom chose Untell, meaning Lil Boi and Miranni were automatically paired. The first pair to go up against each other was Untell and Mushvenom. Untell self-produced his own song and enlisted the help of his producers BY, Choiza and Geico as his features. He met up with BY by the Han River ahead of the performance, and he got a good response from the audience when he took the stage. Mushvenom went up next. He met up with his masked friends before rehearsals. With a group of cellists and violinists behind him, he rapped while sitting in a black armchair. And Super B, who previously competed on season 4, 5 and 7 of the show, featured on his song. The final results of this versus would be revealed at the end of the episode, but the preliminary voting favoured Mushvenom. The next versus was Layone and Wonstein. Layone went first, and he went out to eat with Code Cunt's Palo Alto and Swings, and he also met up with his father. His performance then started, and the winner of Show Me the Money 4 and his label CEO, Basic, was his feature along with Kid Millie. Wonstein was up next, and he met up with his mum and grandmother for a conversation after making kimchi. This time Wonstein showcased his rap skills with tight choreography from his backing dancers, and YDG and Zion T featured on his track. The preliminary results even surprised Code Cunts as they favoured Layone. Lil Boi and Miranni were up next, and was shown Miranni working part-time with her mother at a small restaurant as referenced in VVS and Achu lyrics. She expressed that she wanted her mum to retire from her job, and then performed with her mother in the audience and Queen Wasabi as a feature. Lil Boi was up next. He went to an MMA gym to practice his mind control for his upcoming performance. We then saw him rehearsing and directing the stage exactly to his liking, and he went hard this time, a complete 180 from his Tomorrow performance, and Take One, the founder of Halftime Records, joined him on stage. No surprise that the preliminary results favoured Lil Boi. Last but not least was the long-awaited battle between Swings and Khundi Panda. Swings met up with Din Din, who competed with him on Show Me the Money 2, and the two hung out in Swings' apartment. He rehearsed his stage next, and everyone was shocked at his featuring Simon Dominic, as no one ever expected the two to collaborate after the Control Disc war in 2013. Swings' performance started, and he was also joined by Lee High, and the stage definitely left an impact on the audience. Khundi Panda was next, and was shown him cooking, and he invited DSEL, his best friend and disc battle opponent, over. The two ate together, and DSEL offered Khundi Panda words of encouragement. He also rehearsed his performance, and Swings was amazed by his rap skills, and Golden and Justice joined him on stage. Despite his good performance, the preliminary results favoured Swings. And then the time for the final results came. Layone won with 200,000 more won than Wonstein, and Wonstein was out. Mushvenom won with 1,000,001 more than Untell, so Untell was out, meaning there were no contestants left from Team Dynamic Duo and BY. Lil Boi won with a lead of nearly 3,000,001 against Miranni, eliminating her, and lastly Swings versus Khundi Panda's results were revealed. Swings won with a 350,000 lead over Khundi Panda, taking his competitor out of the competition. We'll see you next week with the last rapper standing and the winner of this season of Show Me the Money. Who do you think will take the win? Lil Boi, Layone, Mushvenom or Swings? Let us know in the comments. MKiT Rain artists Loopy and Bloo have broken their silence on Nafla leaving the company. Loopy posted a video for his song The Last Dance, intercut with him speaking honestly on his feelings about the changes happening. He said that he always expected that he would support the members in whatever made them happy, but Nafla's sudden departure was still shocking. He said that the marijuana scandal wasn't totally unrelated to Nafla leaving, but it wasn't the only reason, and that this meant that a lot of his projects will have been pushed up as everything happened so fast. Fans are left wondering what this song means, as he didn't allude to MKiT Rain closing as a company, and he says that he intends to keep going without stopping, but the song is titled The Last Dance. Bloo made a post on his Instagram of a screenshot of the Last Dance video with the caption, "We made it rain." After his months in prison and 2 years probation for beating his ex-girlfriend, Iron, a Show Me the Money 3 runner-up, is back at it again with the assault charges. It's been reported that Iron was arrested for assaulting a minor, a music student under him, beating him with a baseball bat. The two had been studying together for 2 years, and the argument started when Iron's student allegedly put a virus on his computer and ended with the assault. Iron has not been detained while he awaits his court date. This has been The Update. Don't forget to like, share, and comment telling us what you thought about this week's news. I'll see you next week.